Hi, and welcome back to another Ready, Set, Sketch. This is the second sketch in the series. I decided I would work on a challenge over at the Stamp Shack, and this week's challenge is to create a card using a monochromatic color scheme. And so I decided to use reds. I'm going to follow my sketch that I did today. The first thing was I collected some Bazzill red cardstock, and this is folded to an A2 size, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I inked up all the edges with my Colorbox Chestnut Roan dry ink pad. I also chose this color. It's called Amsterdam, also by Bazzill, and I'm cut this 4 by 5 1/4, and that's just going to fit along this edge right here. The next step was to cut 3 pieces the same length. I chose this cardstock from the paper company, and it's just a red stripe, and also distress that. That'll be layered right here. Took a black marker and just drew some stitching lines on there as well to follow the sketch. The next step was to have layer number 3, and that is this piece right here. And this is also in Bazzill red, and it measures 3 by 5. Then the next layer, the 4th layer, is from Kinko's, and it may look white or cream, but actually it's a light pink, and I call it soft pink, and it measures 2 3/4 by 4 3/4. The next step was to repeat the stripe along this section right here. This layer measures, let's see, I can't remember. One by 4 3/4. Alright, so 1 by 4 3/4. Attach that there. Then I'm going to attach some ribbon. This is from Michaels. It's a little sparkly red ribbon, their generic version. I probably found it during Christmas time last year. And then I cut with my Nestability die. Oh, also stitched along with faux stitching. Use the dark Amsterdam color for that. Then stamped my sentiment and my background image using a stamp set that I love that's retired. It's called Love and Joy, and it is by the Angel Company. And I used these stamps right here. This one, little one, and actually it was combined with this one, but I cut them apart so I could have more versatility. And also this little butterfly here. The ink that I used for the background roses was Versamagic chalk ink in medium mauve and red brick. I also stamped the sentiment from Odd Bird Planet, For You with Love, and I just inked directly onto the stamp to get the sentiment right there. I used VersaFine ink and used clear embossing powder to do the sentiment. My little butterfly was stamped, and that's going to go right there. It was stamped with Versamagic Red Magic, and I added a little bit of diamond stickles on the top of it. I also colored it with my Copic markers using a variety of colors. They included R46 Strong Red, R32 Peach, R27 Cadmium Red, and R29 Lipstick Red. And I just colored that, and then I traced around it using my Copic Multiliner 0.35 pen, just to give it some detail. When it's attached, I'll also add some dots for his to mimic his traveling, as well as some little antenna using my Micron 005 archival ink pen. I forgot one more thing. This is just a strip of paper turned into scallops to complete the sketch, and I added some bling on the bottom to make the dots. And I just use this kind of bling that you can find at Michael's in the ribbon section, and I use my Copic markers to just color over the top of them. And reds and blues and greens look really pretty on here. So that's just a tip for you. So let me get started putting the card together.